Okay, kiddies, let's have some fun. We're going to start recording this. We're going to do this from the backside today, only because I feel like listening to music on my way in. A little Janet Jackson for me. All right, we have got the St. Louis Cardinals at the San Francisco Giants. Vida Blue versus John Urrea. The starting lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals. Playing shortstop, batting .220, Gary Templeton. 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Been in 30 games. Has managed to steal 8 bases so far this season. Following up behind him, Tony Scott will be playing right field. Tony Scott is currently batting .175 and he's only coming to his 17th game. Managed to get 2 RBIs. He does have a double. Keith Fernandez will be batting third. 6 home runs, 15 RBIs. Do believe he's leading the Cardinals in that department. Batting average of .291, batting third, playing first base. Catching will be Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons batting .295 for the Cardinals, has 2 home runs so far this season to go along with 8 doubles. Jerry Morales will be our center fielder today. Jerry Morales batting .183. Been in 30 games so far, 3 triples, 1 double so far, a lot of singles in his repertoire, though. He's only batting .183. Ken Reitz, the third baseman. Ken Reitz is batting .257, 6 RBIs, 5 doubles. Second base, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's batting .326 for the Cardinals. This is the way the batting order is. Has 1 home run, 17 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 triple. These guys are a lot of spray hitters on this team this year. Jerry Mumphrey, switch hitter, playing left field. He's batting .186, 2 doubles. Pitching is John Urrea. So far, his batting record this season, he's batting .375. He does have 3 hits and 8 at-bats, scored 2 runs, has struck out once, has made his 1 sacrifice hit. And his pitching record. Currently, he is 1-3. 5 games, 4 started. He's got 23 earned runs. Struck out 19, has walked 13, intentionally walked 3, has thrown 2 wild pitches, has an ERA currently of 8.06. He is going up against Vida Blue for the San Francisco Giants, Bill Madlock. Currently batting .298, 1 home run, 13 RBIs, 5 doubles, 4 stolen bases so far this season. Terry Whitfield's coming up to bat. He'll be batting second, batting .347 for the San Francisco Giants. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, 27 games so far with again 2 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs. Batting .347. Batting third, Darrell Evans. Then to play for the Braves, I think, or he came from the Braves. Batting .173 right now for the current Giants, 10 RBIs, though does have 5 doubles. Willie McCovey, the Pops, basically for the San Francisco Giants. Batting .264. Do believe this is close to his last couple of seasons in the major leagues. 8 doubles, 3 home runs with 19 RBIs. Is prone to striking out this season. He has 27. Jack Clark, probably one of the most intense players in the game. Batting .371, 10 home runs, 33 RBIs. He is up there in the tops in the National League in these schedules. Batting .371, he is behind Dave Winfield, still hitting .400. Larry Herndon will be playing center field today. Home run, 4 RBIs, batting .247, steady hitter with 23 hits in 27 games. The way the game's been rolling. Mark Hill's our catcher. Batting .266, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, 7 walks, 9 strikeouts. He doesn't strike out a lot. He's not walking a lot either. 24 games he's been in. The shortstop is Johnny LeMaster. Johnny LeMaster is batting .228, 1 home run, 9 RBIs, 13 strikeouts. He's been intentionally walked twice. Everybody wants to walk him to the pitcher. Vida Blue is batting .154, has 4 RBIs, a triple, along with that goes with his 3 hits he's batted so far. And his pitching record so far this season, he is 3-3, 2 complete games, started 6. Struck out 28, walked 15. Get him 18 earned runs and 20 out of 25. Has an ERA of 3.80. This is a possible David versus Goliath game we are playing at Candlestick Park. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves are fighting for the worst record in the National League. We'll get the standings after the game is over. This is the last game of May 12th. This has been a strange May 12th. Every home team has won so far this season in this game. Due up here is Gary Templeton. Gary Templeton's batting 220, as we said before. Fight Blues on the mound, ready for the pitch. Here we go. And it is a 3-1-7. That's setting out towards Jack Clark in right field. Drifting over, he's going to make the catch for the first out of the game, and we have one down. Tony Scott's coming up switch hitting. Bats 138 against left-handed pitchers. And it is a 584 for Tony Scott. And that's going to be deep towards left field, but Whitfield's lifting leisurely back towards the warning track and makes the easy catch for the out. Due up will be Keith Fernandez. Keith Fernandez, who actually ended up eventually going to the Mets. And I believe he's now a broadcaster for the Mets. Here is the pitch. And that is a 5-1-8. Brew turns on the rubber, swung on hard ground ball towards McCovey, and he'll win this race. It was close enough he could make it very easily in his old age. No disrespect to McCovey. He's had a wonderful career. Due up for San Francisco will be Bill Madlock, Whitfield, and Darrell Evans. And I just realized something here, so hold on, guys. Okay. Hang on here. Hang on. Everybody hang on. Due up will be Bill Madlock for the San Francisco Giants here. Bill Madlock is batting .298. Has been flirting with .300 all season. Here is the pitch from John Urrea. And it is an 8-2-9. That's setting out towards center field. Looks like it's going to be right into it. Over the bag into center field for the hit. Morales over to pick it up, and Bill Madlock will reach with a single. Coming up is Terry Whitfield. Madlock has got the lead. See if he can try to steal one. He's got the lead. And he's going to be heading out. And solid lead heading out towards second base. Good throw from Simmons, but Madlock beats this one out, and he takes second base. Terry Whitfield is at the plate right now. He is batting .347, the highest hitter second highest hitter for the Giants so far this season. 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Here is the pitch to Whitfield. It is a 0-4-5. And Urrea cranks, fires, and Terry Whitfield, he fools him badly. He looks at that third strike on an inside pitch off the black. Darrell Evans is coming up to bat for the Giants. One down here. Madlock is at second base. Here we go, and here is the pitch. It's a 7-4-1. And that is a walk. Evans draws a walk on the 3-2 count. Pulls it out. William McCovey is coming up to bat. McCovey's batting .264, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs, and we've got a little Prince in the background. Get off. And it is a 6-51. And Urrea delivers and walks McCovey. Bases are loaded for Jack Clark. Jack Clark, clutch hitter, batting .371, 10 home runs, 33 RBIs. The fans are cheering him on. Here is the pitch to Clark. It is a 4-2-4. That's setting out towards right field. Hit high to right. Scott goes back. Reverses course. Comes in a step and puts this one away. Madlock is tagging it up. And they cut off the throw. Madlock will score easy. The Giants will take it early. 1-0 lead. Evans will stay at second. McCovey's away at first base. And the batter is center fielder Larry Herndon. Herndon's batting .247. Here in the first inning, here is the pitch. It is a 2-0-7. That's setting out high towards left field. And that is the third out of the inning. And due up the bat for the Cardinals will be Ted Simmons, Jerry Morales, and Ken Reitz. Ted Simmons batting .295 for the Cardinals. Here is the pitch. That's heading up high in the air towards center field. Hard to settle down for it though, and makes the easy catch. Due up will be the center fielder, Jerry Morales, is opposite. I think we're going to leave it like this here. That way we can keep an eye on this game. And here we go. And due up here will be Jerry Morales, and it is a 5-4-3 coming to him. Would have been an out anyway. Hold on. Yeah, it would have been an out. It's going to be a strikeout now. I've done that before. Sorry about that, guys. Paying attention to the lineups there. My fault. Ken Reitz is due up. And it's a 197 for a man's batting .257. High pop-up, shallow right field. Clark's coming on in to get away with it and grabs the ball on the run. Another 1-2-3 inning for Vida Blue. And due up for the Giants will be Mark Hill, LeMaster, and the very same Vida Blue. Johnny Reeves back on the mound. Gave up a one run, a tough run for the Giants to get. It was on a tag up. Mark Hill's up the bat, batting .266. Here we go. And it is a 0-1-8. Swing and a miss, and he is gone. Urrea gets his second strikeout of the game. Johnny LeMaster is due up the bat here for the Giants. Here is the pitch by Urrea, and it is a 4-3-0. Towering drive towards center field, but Morales is waiting for it to come on down. It's a lazy fly ball. It's being in. It's a fly out. That is 2 down here in the top bottom of the second inning. Due up is Vida Blue. Here is the pitch. And 4-2-9 for Blue. Urrea tears down, delivers, swing and a miss, and that takes care of Blue on a weak swinging strikeout. And that is 3 down for the Giants. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of 2. It is the San Francisco Giants 1, St. Louis nothing. Coming to bat for the Cardinals will be Mike Tyson, Jerry Mumphrey, and John Urrea. Mike Tyson coming up batting .326 for the Cardinals. Has a home run, 17 RBIs. He has a little bit of pop. Here is the pitch. It is a 6.54. Ground ball to the shortstop. The Master's going to gobble this one up. Throws over in time to McCovey for the out, and there is 1 down. And that is the second ground ball of this game. Due up is Jerry Mumphrey. Jerry Mumphrey's batting .186 below the Mendoza line. The Cardinals have been slumping right and left on this league. And here, which pays for their poor record. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3.98. Swung on, high fly ball towards right. Clark is there and measuring it for the wall. Gets his hand on the wall, she's in the right place, and puts it away on the warning track. Nice deep fly ball, but Clark was ready for it there at Windy Candlestick. Coming up to bat will be John Urrea, the pitcher. Here is the pitch by Blue. And it is a 2-1-8. The blue brings it, swing and a miss, and the pitchers have both struck each other out this game. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Cardinals at the end of 2.5. Giants 1, coming up to bat. Bill Madlock, Terry Whitfield, and Darrell Evans. Madlock is up. He has scored the only run for the Giants. He got a base hit his first time he got there. Stolen base, reached over on the pair of walks, and on a tag up on a fly ball. Oh, good old-fashioned homeschool National League baseball. Here is the pitch. It is a 6-7-8. Madlock flies out towards right field, but this one's waiting for Scott, and a nice slice away, but he managed to make the one-handed run towards the foul pole, and it is one down. Sees that both pitches are starting to settle down. Terry Whitfield's due up. First time up, he struck out on a pitch out of one on the black, got caught looking. Here is the pitch to Whitfield. And it is a 6-64. Rocks fires. That's a slow ball going up shortstop. Easily over to his Templeton. Runs up, fires over towards Hernandez, and they record the out. 6-3 for that one on the play. And we have 2 down in the bottom third inning. Darrell Evans is coming on in. Umpire brushes off the plate. Evans is getting set to hit. Bottom of 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Here we go. It is a 3-54. And that is selling out towards shallow left field. Tough play from Humphries coming on in. And he slides in, makes the sliding catch on that ball. Slid up in a beautiful, beautiful play. Great timing and luck, as always, on a sliding catch. 3 down, and that is the end of the third inning. No runs, no hits for the Giants. Due up for the St. Louis Cardinals will be the top of the order. Gary Templeton, Scott, and Hernandez. Gary Templeton last time up flew out towards right field. Jack Clark was able to scarf that ball right on up and right at him. Here is the pitch. It is a 7-09. And Blues at the belt. Here it comes. Hard, right. But Jed Lamass is right there waiting for it. Bang. Makes the play right at him on the line drive. And we have 1 down. Top of the 4th. Tony Scott's coming to bat. Last time he flew out towards left field. Vita Blues just shutting them down. Here we go. It is a 3-3-8. And that's sending out towards right field. Nice lifted, fairly shallow, but Clark was playing him like that. He was inside on this one here, and that is an out. That is 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Coming up to bat is Keith Hernandez. Last time up, he grounded out to William McCovey. Here is the pitch. 4-3-6 for Hernandez. And Hernandez hits a hard one right there, but great dive stop by Madlock on his knees. Fires him McCovey, gets him on a great play by Bill Madlock, and that is 3 down. Giants are playing hard ball out here today, folks. And at the end of 3.5, it is 1-0 Giants. Due to bat is McCovey, Clark, and Hearn in the heart of the Giants order here, still in 1978. William McCovey walked his last time up. Here is the pitch. It is a 3-1-7. And the returns delivers. Fly ball routine fly towards Morales. And he just waits, just plants his feet, makes the grab. We have 1 down. Coming up is Jack Clark. Jack Clark is up the bat. Last time up, he hit the fly ball. Has the lone RBI for the Giants on this one here on the sacrifice fly to right field. Here is the pitch. Most intense man of baseball at the time. The Red Sox had it for a while. And it is a 0-1-8. Urrea's dropping it down, turns on the rubber, and he swings and misses. Strikes on a fastball that he just barely missed, and he is just mumbling to himself going back to the plate. He's thinking he should have had that one. Just route up. This is an intense ball player here for San Francisco. Larry Herndon is 0 for 1. Flew out to center field last time up. Here we go. Here's the pitch. 4-3-3. Urrea sign rocks back. Line drive right at Scott. Toughest playing baseball, and he makes the out on the run coming in. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for the St. Louis Cardinals. At the end of 4, San Francisco 1 run, 1 hit. Cardinals no runs. Due up for the Cardinals is the catcher, Ted Simmons. Jerry Morales and Ken Reitz, who was mistakenly struck out. Or Jerry Morales. Here is the pitch. Ted Simmons. It is a 3-0-1. And blue kick swung on. There's a line at first base. McCovey takes right there, pulls the glove out, and just snaps it. 1 down, bottom of the 5th, or top of the 5th. Jerry Morales, last time up. He struck out, maybe. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-6-7. It was a foul tip, by the way. And here we go. Swung on a little dribble to second base. Easy play for Madlock, and he tosses it gently to McCovey for the out. They are trying to take care of the old man at first base. Coming up is Ken Reitz. Here we go. It is a 9-7-0 for Ken Reitz. That's heading out towards right field. His line sharp to right field. Goes off into heads towards that corner. Reitz is off. He's now off to the races. Clark's trying to get that ball digging out of that corner. Reitz is on his way towards, and he hits third base. Cardinals get their first of the game. A triple by Ken Reitz. Cardinals have a runner on third. Mike Tyson is the batter, and Blue is looking at that, and they're with it halfway through the game. An excellent 1 hit for the Cardinals. Their first one of the game. Tyson's up to bat. Here we go with 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Cardinals are threatening. It is a 5-3-1. High fly to the gap in right center field. Herndon's on the dead run, heading out that way. Makes the catch off the warning track to pick it off. Great play by Herndon as he grabs it in front of Jack Clark. But the Cardinals do get their first hit of the game, a triple by Ken Reitz, the third baseman, very appropriately. But they still have yet to score a run. It is 1-0 Giants at the end of 4.5 innings. It is an official game here at Candlestick Park. We have sent an idea, by the way, guys, for any of you who know me and Beatles Eternally. I know he listens to my games sometimes. We have sent a suggestion about rainouts. And might we pull this off even here in the retro leagues that we play. All we got to do is just reschedule a doubleheader, call it, and see how we can set it up. It can be done. If not, we just walk it off. That's all. Here we go. Coming up is Mark Hill. Mark Hill, last time up, he struck out. Here's the pitch. It is a 9-2-9. And swung on a hard line drive towards first base. Gets past Ken Reitz, and it's going to be picked up there as a base hit from Mark Hill. And excuse me just for a second. There we go. Okay. Told you I got music in my ears. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I'll find out when we probably rebroadcast this. Somebody let me know. If music gets in the way, let me know. I won't do it again. But I just wanted to do it just because I like music. Okay, Johnny LeMaster's due up to bat. He flew out to center field last time up. Mark Hill's on first. Urrea's on the mound. This is a old-fashioned, old-school pitcher's duel, guys. Here we go. And here is it. It is a 6-5-5. Pitch coming up, high in the air, but Murphy drips under it, and he makes the easy grab. We have 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Coming up is Vida Blue. Vida Blue is not the best of bunters. He has a 3 out of 4 chance to make it a bunt, which is rather low for a lot of players in this game. But we're going to give it a try anyway, see if we can get Hill over towards second base. Here we go. It is a 7-1-8. And it's at Blue squares it, gets it down. It's a beauty on a drag bunt. Grabs up, makes the play to tag. Blue going by, but he almost got it. And Hill will go to second base. Violet Blue laid almost the perfect drag bunt down, but Keith Hernandez was just enough on the line for Keith Hernandez to stretch out and tag Blue on the way, and he barely got him. The umpire saw it. It hit the uniform back then. Hill's on second base. Coming up is Bill Madlock. He is 1 for 2. Got a single, and he's flown out to right field. Here is the pitch by John Urrea. It is an 8-4-9. That's heading out towards right field, it looks like. Got base hit written all over it, and they're going to try to swing Hill towards it, give Giants a second run. Here is the throw to the plate. It is a 341. Hill's on his way coming around. It's going to be deep enough, and Hill's going to score on this one. Here's Madlock takes first. And the Giants have scored the second run of the game. Bill Madlock stays at first. Terry Whitfield is at the plate. They're holding Bill Madlock. We're going to try to hold Bill Madlock here at first base. Here we go. And if Rose a 1-4-7, he's got a chance. Don't know how I did that twice. And it is a 5-4-7. Jerry lead, here he goes, and the ball's thrown up high. Gives Madlock a chance to get underneath there for the stolen bases. Second one of the game. Terry Whitfield's at second base. Here we go. The Giants are playing a good game on him. It is a 6-4-1. And he loops it towards shallow left. Temple's going out. Mumphrey's coming in. He signals something to get away from it. He's got the run. Puts it away for the out. And that is 3 down. But the Giants get another run on base on 2 hits. They leave 1 man on base. At the end of a full 5 innings, it's the San Francisco Giants 2. St. Louis Cardinals nothing. Coming to bat for the St. Louis Cardinals is Jerry Mumphrey. John Urrea and Gary Templeton were in the top of the 6th inning. Violet Blue is pitching a 1-hitter so far in this game. He's pitching a gem. Here is the pitch. And it is a 9-2-7 for Jerry Mumphrey. That's got hit written all over it. That's out there. He steps back in. Now Blue delivers. Line sharply to the right side. Just okay. The cover tries to grab it. Gets underneath it. Hits into the right field for a base hit. Clark's able to get it quickly. And Mumphrey is on first with the base hit. And yeah, for anybody who knows about repeaters or how this game sort of plays, that was the same number that happened on the St. Louis Cardinals when Reitz hit his. So, or when hang on, when Madlock, yeah, when Madlock hit his, or not Madlock, but Mark Hill hit his, same number. And if you're not sure, back it up. Here we go. John Reed is on the mound. Corners are going to be in. He is a decent bunter. We'll bring the corners in on this one here so we see what happens. Here is the pitch. And Mumphrey gets the lead. Here we go. It is a 3-5-9. Mumphrey gets a good lead. There goes Mumphrey. The throw from Hill. It's also up high, and he makes the tag. Gets the tag not in time. Mumphrey gets the stolen base. First one for the Cardinals, and another possible threat for the Cardinals. John Reed is on the mound. They're at the corners. Here we go. He does have a good batting average. They're going to try to play for the bunt. And squares it. Hill's on it quickly. Glances over, thinks about the lead runner, and fires over towards Evan. Nails Mumphrey on the slide. Urrea will take first base. It is not a sacrifice hit, and Mumphrey is out. 2-5 on this one here on a poor bunt. Hunt Hill was able to scarf it up quickly, and it was a fire towards third for the play, but Urrea will take first on the fielder's choice. Due up the bat is Gary Templeton. Shortstop, he is 0 for 2 today. He has flown out to right, lined out to short. Here's the pitch. And it is a 4-5-1. Blue signs, Cox fires, high chop to Evans, up with his Evans, throws it towards the headlock, and over towards first, double play. And it is a 5-4-3 round the horn double play, and that is the end of the 6th inning. First double play of the game for either team. Coming up, that is, Giants will be Darrell Evans, William McCovey, and Jack Clark. Darrell Evans, so far as 0 for 1, has a walk. And he's flown out to center, or to left. Here we go. Darrell Evans due up the bat, up against John Urrea. We're into the 6th inning. We've got a good one going here, folks. John Urrea, though, starting to head that way towards Torrance, so we'll see what happens. And Urrea's ready to deal. Way inside. They walked Evans. That is his 2nd walk of the game for Evans. And it is Urrea's 3rd. Coming to bat is William McCovey. William McCovey can't bat, but why let it go? He's still trying to get his game on here. He can hit. Here is the pitch to McCovey. It is a 0-4-4. And come on down, swing and a miss. And he got him on a high, hard pitch to McCovey. That is Urrea's 5th strikeout of the game. McCovey is starting to feel his age, as anybody can see here. And coming up is Jack Clark. And let me see if I can look at that one up here. I got to look at that one real quick, guys. So, excuse me. So I'm not talking out my posterior. Nope, actually McCovey went another 2 years afterwards. But he did start to slow down, so. William McCovey was 40 years old in 1978. You ain't going to expect much out of him. He only hit 12 home runs the entire season. So, yeah. Okay. By the way, in the real game, the San Francisco Giants won 9-3. So here we go. Jack Clark is on the mound, and they are starting to keep up with the Dodgers this season. Who are leading the majors with victories. Here we go. Pitch to Clark. It is a 2-5-0. And Clark Urrea delivers. There's a line at first base, and Hernandez is right there down the line when it came right at him, and Clark is out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Coming to bat will be Larry Herndon. Darrell Evans is on first base. He reached there on his 2nd walk of the game. Here is the pitch to Herndon. And it is a 0-8-0. Urrea cranking, firing. That's a swing and a miss. And that is Urrea's 6th strikeout of the game. And no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base at the end of 6. It is San Francisco 2, the St. Louis Cardinals nothing. Again, we're having a strange May 12th, 1978. Every home team is winning or has won. And we'll show that afterwards. I will back up the date. Tony Scott is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 today, has flown out twice. Here is the pitch to Tony Scott in the top of the 7th inning. And it is a 6-6-4. And grounder to second base. Matlock has it. Fires over towards first for the ground out. And we have 1 down here in the 7th inning. Coming up is Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez so far has grounded out twice. Here is the pitch. And it is a 5-70. Blue turns delivered, pounds it all left side. Evans lunge, snags it. Van makes a quick toss towards first, and he gets it on one hop. Makes the grab, and we have 2 down. Coming up is Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons today is 0 for 2. He has lined out the first, flown out deep towards center field. Here is the pitch by Blue. It is a 6-0-8 to Simmons. Probably one of the toughest outs in the league. But not today. That's heading out towards line hard to shortstop. Right there, to Little Master. Right there to LeMaster, and he's able to grab that ball right out of the air. Nice little jump up, and that is 3 down. Another 1, 2, 3, 4 Vita Blue. Coming up for the Giants will be Mark Hill, Johnny LeMaster, and Vita Blue. We're at the 7th inning stretch. We are going to take a 7th inning stretch here real quick. And here we go. We are back. Mark Hill is due up the bat. So far today he is 1 for 2. Scored the second run of the game for the Giants. Here is the pitch. John Urrea is back on the mound for another inning. 0-3-7. And he rocks back. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And Urrea records his 7th strikeout of the game. Urrea is having his personal pitching best. And he's only given up 3 hits. Unfortunately, though, 2 have been for runs. The first inning was just a good old-fashioned ball here. This one here was a... Second one was on a base hit. A high fly on a... It was a base hit. A stolen base, I believe. No, base. It was a base hit, fly out, ground out. That was actually a ground out and a single. Coming to bat is Johnny LeMaster. He is 0 for 2 today. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-3-6. On the way, LeMaster calls strike 3. They got him with the curve, and Urrea struck out 8. And Urrea is having a field day today. Vita Blue's at the bat. So far today, he is 0 for 2. Grounded to first, struck out. Here is the pitch. It is a 197. And Urrea has struck out the side. 9 strikeouts for John Urrea. Pitching a brilliant game. More likely than not, though, he's going to get relief for a pinch hitter when he comes up to bat his next time up to try to get the Cardinals a run. Due up for the St. Louis Cardinals is Jerry Morales, Ken Reitz, and Tyson. Jerry Morales so far today is 0 for 2. He hasn't struck out and ground out. The story of the game is not so much the Vita Blues throwing a shutout, and I've got every home team winning so far on the May 12th. John Urrea has 9 strikeouts for this game. Here is the pitch. And 565. That's out towards Clark. High fly ball. He was right there. Pulled it right on in, and we have 1 down. Kenny Reitz has got the badge 1 for 2, but he hit a triple his first time up. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-6-2. That's setting out towards LeMaster. Makes a quick toss to McCovey on the ground. And we've got 2 down here. 6-3 on that one there. And due up the bat will be Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is 0 for 2 today. He has flown out and grounded out. Here is the pitch. And it is an 8-4-4. Oh, take that back. We're going to leave it anyway. Mike Phillips. I announced what it was. It's an 8-4-4. They took out Mike Tyson. Mike Phillips is coming in, hopefully to replace him. Jack Clark swung out a hard liner just out of Matlock's reach, and it's going into right field for a base hit picked up by Clark. And the pitch hitter, Phillips, gets the single. Coming to bat is Jerry Mumphrey. Here we go. 2 down. And it is a 7-7-7. Phillips going to try to take the lead, and he's not going to make it. Stepped off throw, but not in time. He'll stick closer. And it is a 3-0-8 to Mumphrey. Payoff pitch swung on. It's a Tommy's line drive, but towards the left side. Evans is there, makes the play, snags it, so it can't leave the infield. And we have 3 down here in the top of the 8th inning. Cardinals do get another hit, their 3rd of the game. But to no avail. John Urrea is back on the mound here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He is pitching a jewel. It is an old school pitcher's duel going on here in San Francisco today. Just for your recap, San Francisco Giants got a run in the 1st inning on nothing more than a base hit, 2 walks, and a tag up. And they got another run that scored in the 5th on a base hit, a ground ball that advanced the runner, and a base hit. And for the ball to come on in, they could make it in time, and he scored easily. So it's 2-0 Giants. Otherwise, everybody has been shut down this game. Bill Madlock is up. He is 2 for 3. The only one that has. He has 2 of the 3 Giant hits. And also an RBI, and he scored a run. Here is the pitch to Madlock. And it is a 5-5-3. And that's heading out towards right field. Hit high in the air. Scott starts back, but he's going to come on in. Oh, and he dropped the ball. Bounced out of his glove. He dropped the ball. Madlock will take first base on the air, and that is the first bad play of the entire game. E9, a very rare outfield error for this game that I've been playing, by the way. I don't get too many outfield errors out here, but this one happened. Madlock is on first. He has 2 stolen bases. See if we can get him a 3rd stolen base, folks. Here we go. And he's got the chance. Is he going to get it? No, he is not going to get it this time. Heading out that way, and he gets a good lead, but Madlock goes. A throw from Simmons. It is right on the money. That's right with the ball right at the plate. Phillips has the tag, and it is out 4-2. And Madlock is caught stealing. 3rd time was not a charm for Bill Madlock. Strong throw by Ted Simmons, known to have one, and right to the glove of Phillips, was waiting right there for him, and he had the tag on the sweep. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Coming to bat is Terry Whitfield. And Terry Whitfield is 0 for 3 days, still maintaining his .337 batting average. Here is the pitch. And it is a 252. That's heading out towards left field, but Mumphrey's right there waiting for it. Makes the grab. We have 2 down. Coming up is Darrell Evans. Darrell Evans today is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Here is the pitch by John Urrea. And it is a 403. That's out towards left field. Mumphrey's hustling over. Get up towards that foul line. And he gets there and makes the grab just in time. We have 3 down. And John Urrea pitched 8 brilliant innings. Just had the bad luck and bad fortune of giving up those 2 runs. Good old-fashioned National League Baseball being played here, folks. Coming to bat is John Urrea, but we think that's going to be a pinch hitter. And he is done. Jim Dwyer's coming in to pinch hit for John Urrea. Here is the pitch. Violet Blues back on the mound, going for the complete game. It is a 1-5-9. And that's heading out towards first base. Popped them up right there on the right side. Who wants it? McCovey's going to grab it there just a little bit in the foul line. We have 1 down. Coming up is Gary Templeton. He is 0 for 3 today. Violet Blues pitched 8 in the 3rd inning so far, giving up 3 hits, struck out 2. No runs have been given up. Here is the pitch to Templeton. And it is a 4-7-1. Ross back, hits on towards second base, right at Madlock, but he makes it, who stays with it, retires Templeton on the line drive. Tony Scott's our next batter. Vita Blue's on the mound. 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. Here is the pitch to Scott. And it's an 8-3-9. Tony Scott, flying shot, dives past LeMaster into left field. Whitfield's got to get it on the hook. He's going to come off with it, grabs it over to cut it off, and he holds Scott to a single. Luckily, we have 2 down. And it's the 4th hit for St. Louis Cardinals. Here is the pitch. Keith Hernandez, he is 0 for 3 today. He has grounded out all 3 times. There he goes. And it is a 4-1-0. That's a slow roller. Dwellers in front of the plate. Hill barehands it. Wheels first. Fires for the out. And we have. It died quickly. And that is the game. And the San Francisco Giants, Vita Blue throws a shutout. 2-0. And believe it or not, the Cardinals scored. Got more hits than the Giants. Let's look at the pot. Let's take a look at this. We'll make this game official. Come on. Okay, that's a different day, so we go backwards. And let's look at the game, the box score. All right. Okay, and we're going to look at the extended box score to do this. As you can tell by the top, San Francisco had 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. St. Louis, no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. For the Cardinals, on the pitch, we'll go to the pitching first. Both pitchers threw complete games. Back in 1978, they still counted 8 innings as a complete game for a pitcher. John Urrea gave up 3 hits, unfortunately 2 runs. And he walked 3 and struck out 9, but his ERA is lowered, believe it or not, to 6.68. Vita Blue pitched a shutout, giving up 4 hits, 1 triple to Ken Reitz. Only struck out 2 batters in this game to improve his record to 4-3. Bill Madlock's going to get the player of the game for the Giants. He hit 2 for 4 with 1 RBI, scored his run. For the Cardinals, Jerry Muffrey did get a stolen base. Tony Scott had the lone error, his 3rd of the season. Ken Reitz hit a triple, his 1st of the season. Otherwise, the base hits were spread out. Unfortunately, they were spread all over the place, and the Cardinals were pretty much virtually shut down. But the strikeouts didn't happen, so for Vita Blue, so it was the way to go. Now for the Giants. They only had 3 hits, but they were good hits. Mark Hill had a hit, scored a run. Scored on the Bill Madlock RBI in the base hit. Bill Madlock himself went 2 for 4 with a run scored. And on a Jack Clark sacrifice fly ball, his 1st one of the season. Like again, John Urrea struck out 9. The Giants had 2 stolen bases, both by Bill Madlock. And they had a caught stealing. Vita Blue had a sacrifice hit. Bill Madlock had his 6th stolen base of the season. And the Giants had 1 double play. They left 4. So, for the end of this game here, it's a good one here, but for the day it's 2-0. Let me show you what else happened on this day. Let's close this. We'll come back to it. Whoop, I want to do something here real quick. Hold on, guys. For anybody who knows, I export these into my folder. And they go, and what happens, I take this scorecard here, and I put them into Delphi Forms. The Digital Diamond section, you need to go into Digital Diamond. And I'm in there, and this is for 1978. Just look for the sports replay. Pretty much all of them are mine, except for 2016. Anyway, this is what's happened. Just so you guys know what's going on here. Every home team won. The Chicago White Sox defeated Milwaukee 8-2. Bill Maserati had a great day. Three doubles by the Giants. John Moore had a triple also, but he was not the man of the game. It ended up being, and Bobby Bonds himself went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs, all a double and a base hit. Wilbur Wood went the distance on this one here. Cleveland beat California 2-1. Excellent game played. LeVar Blanks got the 2 runs for the Indians in the 3rd inning with a 2-run blast. And California tried to get up there in the 6th inning on a pair of doubles by Ron Fairley and Joe Rudy. Winning pitcher in this game was Mike Paxton, who had to pitch for the Red Sox for a while against Von Ryan's Express. Jason Thompson, the Tigers, helped defeat Oakland 6-2. Oakland had a couple of good hits. Mario Guerrero went 2 for 4. He's up 336 for the Oakland A's. Jason Thompson went 1 for 3, but it was a good one. It was a home run. Tigers had 3 home runs. Thompson kept him walking for us. Winning pitcher was Jack Billingham. John Hiller got his 3rd save of the season. Johnson got his. Joe Johnson went 0 for 4, and Dave Hierlo came in to help in relief. He did give up the 2 home runs late in the inning when the game was already out of hand. Freddie Patek was the man of the game as the Kansas City A's beat the New York Yankees 7-2. Reggie Jackson hit his 4th of the season for the Yankees in the 2nd inning. Looked that good and ready to go at it. Mickey Rivers had his double. Freddie Patek, though, had a rare home run, his 2nd of the season. Willie Wilson went 3 for 4 with 4 stolen bases. He now has 13 for the season. Paul Splittorff has a perfect 7-0 this season. Beat Ed Figueroa. Boston, by the way, was rained out for this game here. So they'll make that one up. I believe they had Minnesota coming in. Texas defeated Baltimore easily 7-2. John Matlack beat Jim Palmer. Okay, here we go. John Matlock, Lee May, and Doug DeCinces both had home runs for the Orioles, but they were all singletons. Doug DeCinces did go 2 for 4, but Texas Rangers came on up. Toby Harry hit 2 home runs. This is the 2nd, 3rd season, and Richie Zisk hit his 6th of the season. Again, Matlock beat Palmer. Again, a lot of complete games this day. For some reason, that's just the way it happened. And Toronto beat Seattle in the battle of the expansion teams. Paul Mitchell lost to John Jefferson, who actually had a short season. Seattle did try to tie up the game, but they couldn't hold on. Craig Reynolds was caught stealing. Rupert Jones, Bill Stein, and John Bernhardt all had doubles. Bernhardt went 2 for 4, bringing his average up. He's just getting started this season. Rupert Jones is still battling a bit of a slump. He's only hitting .221, and John Hale, the right fielder, is only batting .180. This has been like this all season for the teams. For Toronto, Rico Carty did go 3 for 5, though. He's batting .291, not bad. One of his better seasons, as everybody remembers, Carty had a lot of problems with injuries. Rupert again, Howell had 13. Even though Baylor only went 3 for 5, he went 3 for 5. He had 2 RBIs, but he also scored 2 runs. That's how he got Player of the Game over Rico Carty. Paul Mitchell did go 6 in the 3rd. Unfortunately, gave up 3 earned runs. John Jefferson, even though he gave up 4 walks, struck out 3, and he gave up 3 doubles, and he won the game. As we go into the National League, the Dodgers and the Cubs, another one out there, 3-2 for the Dodgers. For the Cubs, Jim Wallace, I think his name is, hit his home run, his 1st of the season. Also got a sacrifice fly. The Cubs have bats, but they sort of got shut down this time. Their bats sort of did. Bill Buckner tried to steal, didn't get caught. John Wallace had the sacrifice fly for the other run. Manny Trio scored the other run for the Cubs. For the Dodgers, Steve Garvey had a double. Lee Lacy hit his triple, and Don Sutton got the sacrifice hit out there. They scored an old-fashioned, again, old-school baseball was done in this game. Don Sutton went 4-0. Charlie Huff came in, got his 2nd save of the season over Ray Burris and the Chicago Cubs. Ray Burris managed to go 5 before he was taken out. Just so you guys know, the computer plays the other game. I think I tried this one here with Human and Human. Not easy to do, and you've got to really pay attention. So it's not something I would actually want. It's not something I would do. I'll work on the managers for the other teams to make them a little bit more aggressive. Montreal beat Atlanta 6-1. Ross Grimsley over Paul Hanna. Or Hanna. For Atlanta. Pat Rocket has fourth error. They're only held to 4 hits, and Paul Hanna is the only one who scored the run. For the Montreal Expos, Ellis Valentine had his 7th of the season. Warren Cromartie had helped out. Valentine and Anderson both had 2, but Lance Parrish got the 1 because he actually helped bring him out with another 2 RBI effort on a single. Montreal's batting steady but poor, but they actually out-hit Atlanta pretty good. Again, Ross Grimsley went the distance with 3 and 1. He gave Bishop 4-hitter. Paul Hanna with 6. Dave Campbell came in, and then Rick Camp. The Mets came back, won 4-3 over Houston. Though Houston did try to win, they were trying to up on the back end. They finally got shut down. Terry Poole with 3 for 5 for Houston with a double and 2 RBIs. He was the man again for Houston. He's batting .358 so far this season for the Astros. For the Mets, Steve Henderson got the player of the game. He had that lone home run. That lone home run was hit, believe it or not, in the 4th inning. It ended up being the game winner. I didn't think it was nothing much in the game with the 4-0. Joaquin Andahar took the loss. Craig Swan took the win. He's now 5-1. And Skip Lockwood got his 11th save, even though he did try to load the bases. Philadelphia 8-3 over the Cincinnati Reds. Just did this one last night. Cincinnati started out hot. They put 2 runs in the 2nd inning. I thought we were finally going to get a visiting team win. And it didn't happen, unfortunately. Dreesen and Bonham both had doubles. Bonham was the starting pitcher, managed to score a run, had a double. But Dan Dreesen had 2 RBIs. He's got the alone 2 RBIs that would bring Johnny Bench and Dave Concepcion. For the Philadelphia Phillies. And Ken Griffey Sr. had his 7th stolen base, but back then it was just Ken Griffey. Dan Dreesen had his 5th. For the Philadelphia Phillies, they had 6 home runs. Most of them were singletons. Matter of fact, they all were singletons. Nobody was on base. These guys hit the home runs. Matter of fact, in the 7th inning, they went back to back to back. Hebner, Maddox, and Boone all went back to back to back on their home runs. Jay Johnstone had the double. Randy Lurch came in, pitched 5 2/3. It was a tie game when he took it over. Did not get the win. Ron Reed did. He pitched 2 1/3 innings. A pretty good ball. Struck out 3, walked 1, gave up no hits. Warren Brewster came in, gave up 2 hits going into the 9th inning and struck out 2, but obviously it was not a save situation. Pedro Bourbon came in to try to fight for the Reds, and Manny Sarmiento came in, and he gave up 2 of the home runs. Gave up to Boone and Jim Morrison later on in the game. Here in the game right there. So, game you just missed. As you can tell, I've got 2 shutouts out here. San Diego defeated the Pittsburgh Pirates 1-0. This was another old school, old-fashioned ball. San Diego scored in the 1st inning on a double. Actually, let me see how this went. On an error, Ozzie Smith reached second base on stolen base. Bill Allman knocked him in with a double in the 1st inning. After that, it was shutout ball by both teams, Pittsburgh and San Diego. Bob Bowenchenko gave up 3 hits. San Diego managed to get 4 hits. Phil Gardner got his 10th stolen base. Tavares had a stolen base, and he got caught trying to steal 3rd base. Again, tight game. Not much here. Ozzie Smith got his 9th. Jim Rooker pitched 7 good solid innings, was lifted for a pinch hitter, gave up 3 walks, struck out 3, 4 hits. Kent DeColvey came in, pitched an inning. Bob Bowenchenko gave up 3 hits, managed to lower his ERA. Right now, the ERA that I have in this league is like almost a full point over what it should be. So it's getting worked on. And I'm not cheating, I promise that. And the game you guys just saw. San Francisco 2, St. Louis nothing. So, and that's what we got looking at right now. For the standings, and we'll open that up. Bring up the detailed reports for the standings. Right now in the American League, and let's see if that's coming up and showing you guys. There we go. Yes, good. Okay. For the standings right now. All right. Whoops, let me do that again. There we go. For the standings. All right. Boston leads the American League East. They're 22-9. Okay, they're leading the Tigers by 2 games. It was Milwaukee. Milwaukee right now is mired in a bit of a slump. Milwaukee's in third, 4.5 back. They've lost 3 in a row. Yankees are 12-15 right now. Don't sell them short. Remember, this is 1978. We know what happened. One of the biggest collapses in American League history. The second biggest collapse. There were 2 others. People forget one of them, but I know the other one. The other one was the Philadelphia Phillies lost the 1964 pennant because they lost a bunch of their last games and the Cardinals came back and won on the last day. The other one is 1974. The Red Sox going into Labor Day weekend had a 7-game lead and managed to lose it. In the American League West, Kansas City and California are currently tied up. Kansas City has one of the best home records in the major leagues. They are 10-1 at home. They're poor on the road. They're only 9-8. Again, Chicago right now has the worst record in the American League. It's only 9-16, so everybody's a little tight there. Only 8.5 back. Cleveland's starting to pull out. Baltimore finally got ahead. They started out poorly. They were like 2-something at the very beginning of the season. Over here in the National League, remember the National League only has not expanded out here yet. Okay, and when they did the other expansion, the next one, they had to move a team out because they had 30 teams out there. So that is how one league went to 16 and one went to 14, by the way, and they went to the 3-division season. That's what happened. That's when Milwaukee went to the National League. The New York Mets right now are 22-11. Considering that in 1978 for real, they were the losing Mets. Okay, just so anybody hasn't caught on. Let me see. In 1978, for the standings, the Mets currently, at the time where I'm playing right now, they were 14-19. Philadelphia was in the lead. All right, right now, nothing is right. Though California and Kansas City are not far behind, Oakland had a 20-9 record. Just so you know, in 1978. All right. San Francisco had the lead in the National League West. The Dodgers right now have a 24-6 record. They're just tearing it up. They're on an 8-game winning streak. I have no say on how this goes. What I do is I took a regular 6-sided dice. I threw it in with my 10-sided dice for the tower. The 6-sided dice acts as a blocker so that these dice can pop off that 6-sided dice and I don't have to worry about it. That's what I've done. I probably will go back to 3-sided dice. I may or may not. I like the way it goes. Good close games. But I may, in that case, I do get rid of it. I probably could have gotten rid of it today and not even bring it to a sweat. So we'll see what happens here. Going into the 13th. As you guys know, I like good close games. But if a lot of games turn to softball games, I will put the dice back. I'll put the block dice back out there. Atlanta and St. Louis are slugging it out for the worst team in the league, by the way. Right now, Atlanta has it. They're 7-21. Cardinals not far behind, though. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Batting leaders. Al Oliver is now leading the American League. He has over 80 bats. Finally got up there. He's batting .411. Craig Reynolds of Seattle is a surprise. He's batting .379. Al Collins and Carlton Fisk both batting .376. I don't look at on-base percentage. I could care less. Slugging percentage, I could care less. Because you could have a team hitting up with singles, as the Mets proved in 1969, and win a pennant. On-base percentage, okay, Larry Heisel leads the American League with 13 home runs. It is the 12th of May, so yeah, we're pretty much on case. Freddie Lynn and Jim Rice are both up there with Boston, 11 home runs and 10. Boston, by the way, leads the league in home runs. Craig Nelson has 7, so does Rusty Staub for Detroit, 7 home runs. This was just before he was traded to Montreal, by the way, or was signed by Montreal. Batting leaders for runs scored, as you can see, it's all Boston. That's not done on purpose, guys, because you know the pitching staff is not the best. This is not done on purpose, I swear. I will swear on everything I say, okay? Even though everybody knows I'm a diehard Red Sox fan. I don't do this on purpose. This game is not meant to be played on purpose like that. Which is why I don't go. So when the Red Sox are on the road, I don't have the Red Sox. The computer does. I am going to start making, though, these teams a little aggressive on the road, though, make it a little bit more competitive. Should work. But again, that's everybody, so it includes me, too. Batting leaders for the RBIs. Larry Heisel has 33. Freddie Lynn, Jim Rice both have 32. Rico Cardi of Toronto is 29, and Al Alvin of Texas is 29. Stolen bases, Burke Campaneris and Willie Wilson are tied up at 13. Burke Campaneris is with Texas. Ron LaFleur has 10. Mickey Rivers has 7. And yes, as you guys can tell, I do play stolen bases. Jim Rice has the most hits, along with Carlton Fisk and Rick Burleson, of all people, 41. Strikeouts, Reggie Jackson has the worst eye, 36. Jim Rice is right behind him with 33. And Butch Hobson, 31. Double leaders, Roy Howell of the expansion Toronto Blue Jays. This is their second year, by the way, has 13. Carlton Fisk has 10. Triples, we've got 5 players with 3. Bruce Bochy of Seattle has the best eye for walks, but Fred Lynn's right there with them. Sacrifice hits, most of the time I do. For the other team doesn't. I don't. I should in the American League, but I don't. Sacrifice flies is a different story. That happens when it happens. Seattle has a pair up there. And Mario Guerrero of Oakland has 14 errors this season so far. Bill Stein, Seattle's right behind him. They are both infielders. That is the American League. In the National League, Dave Winfield leads the league 431. Jack Clark dropped. Dave Winfield leads the league 431. Pete Rose of Cincinnati's right behind him at 383. Again, I do not pay attention to these 3 guys, and I think I may have talked those other guys into getting rid of them. Home runs, Jack Clark has 10. George Foster has 10. Home runs have been hard and tight to get, and right now the players with a lot less home runs are hitting them. As you can see, Bob Boone just got into the system with 7. Dave Parker has the most runs. He has 27 runs. Ron Stay is right behind him. Ron Stay, the Penguin, Steve Garvey, and Davey Lopes all have 25, along with George Foster. Jack Clark leads the league in RBIs with 34. He just got his 34th. George Foster has 30. Steve Garvey has 30. Rick Bundy of LA has 29. Stolen bases, we have 3 with 11. Cesar Cedeno, Davey Lopes, and Omar Moreno of Pittsburgh, and I love running him. Ozzie Smith has 9. Dave Winfield has the most hits. He has 50 already this season. We're only about 1/4 of the way in, if that far. Actually, we're about 20% in a little over 20%. So there we go there. A lot of hits out there. Cesar Geronimo of Cincinnati strikes out the most. Rick Bundy's right there with him. So is Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy at Atlanta right now. The way the Knights are going with him or not going with him. Pete Rose has 13 doubles along with Dave Lidfield. Lee Mazzilli of the New York Mets has 12. Ken Griffey has 11. Lee Mazzilli right now, 2 games in a row, hit the clutch home runs. Triples. Davey Lopes has 5. Dave Parker has 4. We've got a couple here with 3. Reggie Smith has 24 walks. He has a good eye and a decent bat right now. Darrell Evans is right up there with them. Sacrifice hits, Candyman and Rick Russell. Most of these are all pitchers. In the National League, that's a true statement, especially on bunts. Sacrifice flies, though, Joe Morgan's up there. And Bill Allman of San Diego. This has been San Diego's demise. Errors. They've been killing San Diego this season. People want to look. I have all sorts of cute things. I have individual batting by team. I have uses that they use, transactions as they go along. You guys want to agree or disagree with the transactions? Let me know. I've got them in there. I can look at any player I want. I just showed you the leaders. This is my problem, and I will show you. Right now, as I'm currently in this season, the average batting average here in the National League is .259. Okay? When the season was over in 1978, and I got to bring this up, so hold on, guys. No, I want the majors. There we go. Okay, hopefully this will come. Hopefully this one will broadcast. For 1978, for the National League, the batting average at the end of the season, the average, .254, so I'm getting closer, but I'm still 5 points over. It's the pitching. National League ERA is 3.57 in 1978. A lot of runs scored, obviously. Okay. Over here, it is, right now, 426. Way too high. It'll get there. I know it will, but it should work out in the long run. So, but remember, I'm throwing my own dice. I'm not letting the game take over the dice. If I did that, I think this would stay a whole lot closer than what it is. The American League is not much better. Matter of fact, it's worse. The American League ERA right now is 4.46. Okay? With 2 expansion teams, in all honesty, it should be lower. But it isn't. They finished up the league with an ERA of 3.76. I'm only about a half point or 7/10 of a point behind. Batting wise, in the American League, they batted .261. Right now, I'm showing .270s, a little too high. 9 points. I think that'll come down. So that's what it's going to look like. Otherwise, everything's pretty good. Anyway, guys, that is it. I want to thank you all very much for letting me do this. Everybody take care, and we are going to, hopefully this will upload for me. Thank you very much, and have a great day.